Yay! Well, this is in the way. Well, that made it worse. Well, that's gonna just have to be that. That works. Okay. Hello. Today we are using natural lighting, I guess. It actually looks kind of good, so I'm too lazy to put back on that light, I just realized, but it looks kind of good. Not the point. Today we're making Unagi-Don, which is a eel bowl, eel rice bowl, I guess is a translation. So unagi is this thing, which is basically Japanese for eel. You can see, if you know how to read Japanese, unagi. And so, yeah, it's one of my favorite things. I've made it a few times. I've even made it on stream before, but I made the completely vegan version. This one I'm of course using eel, but I'm still gonna be using eggplants because now it is actually summer and it's actually the season for eggplants. So perfect timing to really do this. I am, as always, on a time crunch, so hopefully I'll be done today by 7:30, if not even sooner would be lovely. So we're just going to get started. As usual, we are, if it's a Japanese food, we're following Just One Cookbook's recipe, and I think she truly makes the best, Japanese recipes. So we're gonna just completely follow her. We're gonna start though first with the sauce. So yeah, we're really on a crunch today. Very few story times. Paisley, hello. How's life? How's it going? We're making unagi-don today. So we're gonna start by making unagi sauce. But Paisley, hello. How's it be? Okay. I'm gonna be just grabbing the ingredients, so ignore me. And what else did I need? Yee, just the fish honestly makes it look so good. Wow, I know, right? Although it's really not that fancy. I'm literally keeping my camera like this by putting it in my cabinet and keeping it still with a bowl. It's kind of lit. So we're gonna follow Just One Cookbook's recipe, which we're first gonna make the unagi sauce, which is 1/4 cup of mirin, 1/4 cup of shoyu, and then 1.5 tablespoons of sake and 2 tablespoons of sugar. So we're gonna just pour that in. If you do want to make the completely vegan version, luckily all of these things are vegan. Shoyu is just made out of soybeans, and sake is made out of rice, and mirin is also made out of rice. So you're pretty good for at least the sauce. And what I usually do if I want to make this vegan or vegetarian is then I just make eggplant with it instead. Eggplant is a great vegetable because it really takes... I just dropped a tablespoon. That's okay, we didn't just do that. We're using both today, actually. So, you know, gotta incorporate some vegetables in here. And that is why I will be using both. It's kind of in season anyways for eggplant. So if you do go and want to make this, if you get Japanese eggplant specifically right now, it will be perfect. So yes, this is going to be 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. Just white granulated sugar works. And then lastly, you're going to grab a little bit of sake, and you're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of sake. If you can't get your hands on sake, it's okay to also use mirin. Oddly enough, like, I've always been able to buy mirin even though it has alcohol content, but they will flag you for sake. So if you're interested in cooking and you need it, mirin will be a good substitute, and it works just fine. The difference is mirin has sugar in it and sake does not. So it's just for a little bit of that bitterness. Now, on the stove that's to the side, I'm going to go ahead and just put this over. You're gonna want to mix it and then let it come to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, turn it down. You're gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna put that over here. You can listen to it. Whee! And as that goes, we're gonna start getting to cut stuff. So off to the side, I have a bowl full of water, and what you wanna do is cut up your eggplant first. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't eat enough eggplant, but basically the theory behind this is you're gonna let your eggplant soak in water for a little bit, and that's to remove any bitterness. Now, I don't know how bitter actually eggplant is, but you know, we do it because the recipe says. I trust I trust the author of this recipe, so we will do as we are told. And you just want to make this in bite size, so however big you determine you want that to be. These eggplants happen to be a little bit on the smaller side, and that's just on when I decided to buy them. So you want to cut them up, and then let them soak in some water for, honestly, you don't need to do it that long. Like 5 to 10 minutes is perfect, just as you're prepping all the other ingredients. So usually you also want to have rice bowls with like fresh, good rice. I'm kind of in a time crunch, and while it's not that long to make rice, I have a lot of extra rice from yesterday, so we're just gonna use extra rice. And it'll be okay, because that is one less thing I slightly have to do before I have to get out. So it looks like my sauce on the side, gonna grab some chopsticks to stir, is starting to boil. You want it to come to kind of a vigorous boil, and then you're gonna start. Yeah. How's everyone's day going so far? Mine's pretty good. You know, I went to work and then I came home, and I'm actually about to go to a trivia night soon, which is why I have a 7:30 deadline, because trivia night starts at 7:30 and I said I would be late. So we're already planning to not be there on time. So I am just trying to make sure I'm there before everybody leaves. Yeah. How's y'all's day? Going okay? Okay. That's now at a vigorous boil, and I'm just gonna turn it down and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Or honestly, until like it reduces to probably about a third of what it was. I feel like that is also a fine metric to measure it by. And then this is the last little eggplant. Yeah, if I had more time today, my other plan was to also make matcha pound cake, and then that did not happen. I ended up overcommitting like usual, and that is completely my fault. So we are sticking with just this. And that is now off to the side and will sit. And while that sits, you're gonna take your unagi, and you're gonna cut it up also in just like 1-inch slices. So take it. Mine is still frozen. I am going to hope that's okay, because either way, I am going to pan fry this again, so it will become unfrozen by the time I do that. This is already roasted and already has a sauce on it. So this is kabayaki unagi, which basically just means that it was already roasted into sauce. It's not really gonna affect what I'm trying to do too much, but I'm just gonna pot off a little bit of that sauce ahead of time. If you can find like just plain eel without the sauce already on it, you are miles ahead. I cannot and did not, and this was also on sale, so of course we're buying this one instead, because unagi or eel is very, very expensive. If you go to the store and you want to complain about why it's so expensive, me too. If you wanted to make this and you're like, dang, I can't make that, that's out of my budget, wait for it to go on sale. Find some frozen ones. Luckily my local Japanese store, Mitsuya, was having a large sale when I went on Sunday, and so I grabbed a bunch of things that looked good, and things that I know I want to try. So Don't worry, it's already pre-cooked. But yes, you want to cut this in 1-inch slices. We're gonna just move those chopsticks a little bit. Move this down. Oh man, it is frozen. Oh, the effort. I'm also definitely cutting these a lot shorter than an inch, I just realized. That's okay. You'll live and you'll learn. They're all gonna have to be this this size now, though. Oh my goodness. This is tough. And this knife is relatively new, too. We're gonna have to do the use the weight kind of method. Neek. So, I could do my weekly Bachelorette updates. Last week, by the time I filmed this, I did not watch that episode of The Bachelorette because I went to go watch Nope instead, which was also a great movie. I talked about that a little bit last week. But this week, I watched The Bachelorette yesterday. My stream days can stay consistent, but my Bachelor days do not. So, this last episode of The Bachelorette, though, was very drama-filled, as probably expected. And honestly, it made me dislike one of the Bachelorettes a little bit. This season of The Bachelorette, if you did not know, stars 2 bachelorettes with 30 men, when it's usually just like one guy, like one girl, and then like 30 guys. And this time they're kind of competing with the same group of same group of guys. And what ended up happening, this, like last week's episode, not the one that I watched the other day, was in a row, or not in a row, but at the same rose ceremony, which is basically the rose, like a ceremony where they decide who stays and who doesn't. 3 guys rejected one of the Bachelorette's roses. Her name is Rachel. She then got like really sad, like very much understandably, she was sad and upset about it, but the way she kind of just reacted at that made a lot of sense, you know? However, this week, she went on a group date, which is basically where you go on a date with a bunch of the men, and she went on a group date, but for the other Bachelorette. So she showed up to the other Bachelorette's group date, brought all of her guys along too, and they were watching that, you know, the other Bachelorette's group date go on. It happened to be a boxing group date, and what ended up happening was all of the guys, you know, they were watching the other guys who are definitely their friends box. And in the confessionals, Rachel complains that her guys are not paying attention to her, that they're not doing enough for her. And while that's like okay and like understandable, it's just kind of like, what did you expect them to do in that scenario though, you know? Like, were they supposed to just ignore Gabby in the group date? Because Rachel was talking to the other Bachelorette, who is Gabby. Like, were they just supposed to interrupt you guys blatantly? Like, were they supposed to ignore the date that they were invited on? It just kind of ended up extremely messy, and I don't think she meant it to be like that, but that's kind of what it ended up being. So yeah, I didn't paint her in the best of lights, and I understand, like, you know, you want them to focus on you, but it's also hard because, you know, they see you only twice a week and they spend so much time with these guys that, you know, they, in a way, in a lot of ways, end up closer with the guys than they ever do with the lead. So, I don't know. It's hard to say what actually happened and didn't. Okay. My sauce has very nicely reduced. You can see it. Woo! So we're gonna just set this off to the side and let it be. Honestly, it probably has not been 5 to 10 minutes, but we're gonna take our eggplant out anyways, because I have no patience. And we are zooming today, actually. So, I'm gonna get your paper towels, put them down. I'm gonna just move my phone out of the way. And I'll move some stuff out of the way. And you're gonna pat your eggplant dry. So, I wanna just take them out, kind of spread them out. Whee! Kind of spread them dry a little bit, or spread them out so they can dry a little bit. You're gonna pat them down with more paper towels, but just let them be. Anyways, yeah, so that was the newest episode of The Bachelorette. And, you know, little whack. I think having two bachelorettes is like fun for the drama, but not great for the confidence of each individual woman. And it's kind of hard because I do understand, you come on the show, you become the lead, and it's your spotlight. Because if you're the lead, usually you were a contestant on the previous season, so you were just one of 30, but now it's just you, and you're kind of here to have the attention on you. Everybody wants to feel chosen, everybody wants to feel picked, and it's hard when, that's supposed to be your time, but you kind of do have to share it with someone else. I do understand that, so I don't want to give her too much flack, but I don't know, just it rubbed me the wrong way, and that could also be completely the editors and how they edited her. And while some people say on reality TV, well, you said it, it's not the editing, if you said it, you said it, like, these things are taken when you're at, like, your heightened emotional climax. You don't have much contact with the outside world, so you don't have a lot of people to keep you sane and grounded. It's hard to get lost, and it's hard not to become, like, kind of, insane, I guess. Okay, so, gonna pat it dry. And once this is dry, we're gonna start actually cooking. Oh my gosh, today went so fast, guys. Oh, this is beautiful. This is all I could ever want in an actual cooking day. Imagine if we could also have time to make that marble pancake, but absolutely not. We will save it. Well, actually, I probably won't make it on stream. I'll probably just make it for myself. But I will take a picture and show the picture on stream. I'll probably just do it. No, maybe I will make it for stream. I'm realizing how packed and busy I am. So, my plans. I'm gonna move you guys over here. And hopefully also get this to work. Like usual though, a little whack. It's gonna require another bowl. So welcome to my stove. That's how this is gonna work. I forgot how I did it last time. I once upon a time did this, and it kind of worked, but also kind of didn't work. We'll see if it works. Does that work? Kind of, sort of, maybe. Okay. Because of how I'm doing this, definitely fucking something up, but okay, one sec. We're gonna reconnect. Uno momento, por favor. I will say, again, one thing I hate the most in life is this laptop that I stream with. It is the bane of my existence. Truly an absolute atrocity. Never works and is miserable. And I'm also gonna turn down my volume. I realized it kind of sounds like I guess I was screaming. So sorry about that. No, dang, it was almost there. Damn, no, come back. What I'm looking at is literally just the icon on the bottom of my screen to see if these USB is put in or not. Un momento. Technical difficulties. Okay, let's. Cool. Alright, now let's see if I can reactivate this camera. Not bad. I can. It does look kind of whack though, so we will try to edit this angle without messing things up, but I don't know if that's actually going to be possible. Hold on. We're just gonna. Hold on. That looks so bad. Okay, wait, hold on. What if I did like Question mark? How does that look, y'all? That looks better. Someone hand me a cup. I need something heavy to go up here. Like small. Ah! I'm gonna use a bottle of honey. That's actually perfect. Okay. Great. Wow. Okay. Honestly, should I just rotate my this? No, that's stupid. Hold on. This is honestly, if I ever had a third camera in life, I would love to have this. It's still a little bit crazy. I'm so afraid of making this not work. You're not good enough. We're stopping because that is as good as that's gonna get, and we're gonna have to just leave it be. Okay. You're also gonna have just a really weird view on that camera. But you can kind of see me. I should turn on the light. That work? Hello!
Oh, hi.
Well, hello. We are currently in the middle of making Unagi-Don. I'm trying to think.
Watching.
I don't know. I never really put that on. As you know, Wow! I'm very insecure about who is watching or not. I'm trying to determine how to make this angle though.
Do you need help?
Nah, maybe actually. Hold on. I'll let you know. I literally put things just everywhere that I can. And it's kind of funny, but also kind of whack. What if you guys just like live in a microwave? What does that look like? It looks kind of good though. Force y'all to live in a microwave? It looks not bad. We're gonna keep doing this until I find a good angle. And then it's gonna be very awkward if it's not nice. Okay. Uno momento. Dang. Alright, camera went unavailable. Or try again. Okay, we're playing that game of, does my computer detect the USB that's plugged in? Yes or no? Almost. I believe... No, I don't. I really have no faith. And maybe that's part of the issue. Honestly, I feel like so much of my stream time is literally me just trying to set up my stream and way less me like actually streaming. So how's life going? Really trying yeah, how's your day, you know? Oh my gosh. I hate this. This is the number one thing I despise the most is the stupid USB hub and this stupid computer. But maybe it hates me back because I keep calling it stupid. Okay, we're gonna just keep going. Oh my gosh. Why won't this work? Please. Please. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna try. Okay, let's see if this works now. Woo! Wow, truly so much effort. I I hate this laptop. Holy shit, bro. Let's see. Okay. Not the camera I want, but nice. Okay, let's figure it out. As you can see, this is low-key my drink setup. You can kind of see it. And now I'm very yellow, but that's okay. And you're gonna kind of just have to stare at this wire that goes through. I could try to. Jesus Christ. This poor bottle of honey is going through it for absolutely no reason. Kind of, sort of, maybe. I mean, you're just gonna have to see some parts of the wire. That's just gonna be kind of life. Okay, that's gonna have to be good enough because I'm going to stop doing this. Okay, cool. Good enough. What if I just... Does that do anything? Absolutely not. Okay, moving on. We're going to start cooking. So we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to our pan. And then fry up our eggplant first. You want to make sure that it gets brown on all sides. And then after that, you're gonna add your unagi, and we're gonna also fry that up as well. So, just get some oil in the pan. Not too much, truly. You don't need that much. And just toss in your eggplant. I just realized this does look like a... Actually, it's not even that much. It's not a nice pan. We did a good job. Good job, good job, good job. Good job estimating. So yeah, you can hear lovely ASMR. Okay. Now I'm gonna look at my phone, see the next parts that I need to do. I did say I knew what I was doing and then kind of just started doing whatever, so... Yeah, great. Yeah, no, we're doing great. It said add oil to the pan and then cook the eggplant, which is definitely what we're doing. Something smells like it is burning. I have no idea what it is though. So, leave that for a little bit, let it kind of go. Yeah, I guess it was as easy. I'm looking at the rest of this recipe, and it says cook this, add unagi, add water and a little bit of sake, cook with a lid on, cook without a lid on, add sauce, which is all doable. It's great. What is this? I can smell that that's something that's burnt. Oh, kind of fucked with it. Oops. Jen, how was work?
It was good. I'm finally productive on stuff.
Heck yeah.
How about you?
It was good. I felt like I was unproductive today. I felt like it was a lot of kind of... Actually, really trying to think back to what I did today, and there was a lot of just like testing and then slight data collection.
Oh, but in the morning I'm so triggered. Right. I realized something that my manager told me to do and I worked on for a week. I didn't even need to do that in the first place.
Oh.
But yeah. So I was a little bit frustrating, but like I got some code submitted, so
All right. Wait, so like it was like your manager told you to do it because he thought that you would need it for your project, or he just told you to do it and then ended up
yeah,
scrapping
I
it?
thought I would need it. We actually don't need it.
Oh, I see.
And like someone else on the team like pointed it out because they overheard me and my manager talking about it.
And they're like, actually, I think they're wrong. Was this the other guy, the smarter, like the super smart?
No, the smart one told me to do it too.
Oh.
So that's why I did it and like didn't question it. But then like two others go into me were like, no, you actually don't need to do this.
Yeah, I'm glad that there were shuttles coming back though. It looked like. Whee! Oh my gosh. Ooh, you can kind of see they're starting to look good. You can see that they shrink a lot too when they are like kind of done. I'm honestly wait. So today is one of my brother's birthdays, and I'm realizing I'm starting to feel old because he's turning 21, and I felt like I just turned 21.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. Like I turned 21 last year, but man, it feels weird to hear him like it's his 21st and he's now like legal. That's whack. Doesn't feel right. Okay, now we're gonna add our strips of unagi in here. Just throw them in. I lowered the heat a little because it was getting a little hot. I'm gonna throw them in here. These have sauces on it, so if it sticks and burns a little bit, that is okay. Just throw it on though. You probably want to do it skin side down. Yeah, so now you have that. Now you can move it around a little bit. And then you want to add a little bit of water and a little bit of sake. Probably about like a tablespoon or so of each. I could look at the recipe, but here we are not looking at the recipe like usual. You want to add a tablespoon of each, and then you want to cover it and cook it. And basically just let it steam, and this is for the unagi and the eggplant as well. To help it just get the final bit of cooking. Actually, with this amount, I probably want 2 tablespoons of milk. Yeah, you can see it's quite steamy today. Okay, that actually might have been a little bit too much liquid. Oh well. Okay, do that. I'm gonna cover it with a lid and let it be. And not think about that. Whee! Yeah. Today's meal, very nice. It's going very smoothly. This is the benefits of actually having a kitchen, I guess. Is things are pretty easy to do. Let's see. We got some bowls. So one thing though, since I am using old leftover rice, I am going to teach you the best way to warm up rice. There is a trick to it. It is not just leave it be. So, take your rice, put it however much you want in a bowl. So, for demonstration's sake, I will be doing it over the stovetop. In reality, please do not do stuff like this over your stovetop. Nothing. Take your rice that you want, put it in your bowl. Whee! Teach you the best way to, have leftover rice. So, take that amount, say it's this much, right? And then you want to break it up. You don't want large clumps, so break it up a little bit. You don't want large clumps sticking together, but you kind of want it to still be by each other, just not clumped together. Oh, I can't even use a microwave because my cam is in here. Well, when you are ready to do so, literally put your hand under water, fill it up just a little bit, and then dump it over the rice. Some people like to put a paper towel, like a really damp paper towel, and do it again. I find that's unnecessary and a waste of a paper towel. So my recommendation is literally just to dump some water in it and then blast it on high for about 1:30 and you're good. 1:30, literally no matter how much rice you have, since you broke it up into small pieces. And that is the trick. Wow. But yeah, good to not waste rice and food. So we are going to just use the leftovers instead of making new rice, because I have a feeling if I made new rice, I would not ever eat this old rice. So we're just gonna do it. Hush it up, and honestly, by the time I'm done with this, a minute will have passed, and then we can uncover that. Guys, I might really actually be able to leave here by 7:30, and that is a miracle and a half. I'm gonna just add the rest of the rice to this one. This one is lacking a little bit. Then soak your rice pot, also important, not for making rice, but for sanity. That should be filled. Ooh, good timing on my part. And this, we'll let it sit and open up. So, pretty sure that it still has a lot of sauce from that unagi sauce that was, that came with, my eel. So that's okay. It probably won't completely evaporate. I'm just gonna start mixing it all together so the eggplant can start getting coated in it, and I can just generically see how it's doing. Smelling great. I might have no. Okay. It's definitely getting there. It's like pretty much done. So what you want to do, last but not least, is just add your sauce. You can mix it a little bit. Add your sauce just right over. I'm gonna save just a little bit to top at the end. But yeah, toss everything in this beautiful sauce that we made. And just let it simmer a little bit. Let it cook just a little bit. So I'm gonna let that go. And then if you have things to garnish, I would garnish. I don't have green onions, but let me show you my new favorite thing I discovered, which is these dried green onions that you can just buy in a pack at Mitsuwa and basically just use as a garnish instead. I adore that. That's so nice. So we're gonna do that. I'll let this simmer. And I do need to eat the rice, so you get the picture of this. We're gonna let that go. I'm gonna move my setup back to how it was, so I can just so I can use the microwave. So drop. Let that go again. Let it always be disconnected like how it be. Wow, why is that camera working but this camera is not? Fascinating. Well, that doesn't work. You can always look at something else. Okay, great. It is working. Okay, great. We're gonna heat up some rice and I'm going to show you guys the final product. So let me turn that off though. I can see it starting to boil on somewhere. Look at that. I'll show you. Basically, take your thingamabob. Oh my gosh, this camera is at a bad angle. But yes, take your rice, literally hand under, like a big splash, you know? Throw it in, make it dirty. And while I'm doing that, I will get ready the other bowl. I mean, honestly, do it to you think. These are really nice bowls, don't you think? They're kind of shallow, kind of like plates, but they're really cute. Yes. Wow, what an efficient stream this has been. Honestly, if I didn't have to mess with that camera, this might be, this could have been real quick. Whoops. That's okay though. Some people like to also put furikake, which is rice seasoning on it. So I will put just a little bit. I like a little bit. I think it does add something. Specifically though, this one, which is the nori furikake. This is also completely. Well, let me read real quick. This is also completely vegan. This version. There are some versions that have bonito flakes, which is like thin fish. Some have like egg, which is then egg. So just look, but there are versions that are completely vegan, and this one is definitely the best one. I'm gonna pull this rice, and I'm gonna put the other one in. And while I do that, I will top it, and I will show you guys the final product. Let's cancel 1, 3. Okay. So, towels, plates. You're gonna take some of this, and you want to look for the actual unagi part. If you can find some that's not super crushed because you did this badly, I would do that. And you want to plate them in the middle, just so it looks nice, you know? I would show you, but I am too lazy to reset up this camera. So I'll show you the end product. Nicely plated. I don't remember how many strips I cut, but I cut a decent amount of strips. So we'll just do like 5 or 6, you know, for the vibes. We'll do 6 for the vibes. That one, let's see. We'll do that. Kind of got cut in half, which is definitely my bad, and it's just all about how I completely destroyed it. So, whoops. Let's see. Yes, we're trying to make it nice because I am serving this to my roommate, so we're trying to make it look cute. That, and then take the eggplant and just put it around. You could put it at the. I'm probably just gonna put it and like line the bottom of it with eggplant. Maybe a little bit at the top. I have a lot of eggplant, so you could do a lot. And that is the other rice bowl. The other rice bowl, I'm literally just gonna throw it together. I literally don't care enough. That one is gonna be mine. We'll just, yeah, fill in a little bit of some of the gaps above. Let's see. I feel like I have a lot of unagi, so we'll just do a lot. Okay, beautiful. So put all your stuff, add a little bit more sauce, just a nice little quick drizzle around the top. Not too much. And then top with the rest of your stuff. So I'm gonna do furikake first and then green onions. That sounds right. If I can open this. There we go. Furikake. And then a little bit of green onions. Wow. And that is your final products. So, bum, ba, bum. That's kind of what it looks like. And I will just bring this down. And yeah, you can see this is, if it would stay in the right orientation, this is what it looks like. Wow. Beautiful. Move that out of the way. Yeah, that's the final product. Okay, Jen.
What's up?
It's done.
Ooh.
Come here, taste test, taste test. I made it pretty.
Ooh. I'm excited to see. I'll take a picture of it.
You want a spoon, fork, chopsticks?
Oh, I have chopsticks here.
Okay, wait. Wait, you gotta come on stream and give your impression. Gotta give your taste test. There's unagi in the center and then eggplant around it. I'm just gonna mix mine and just throw it in the bowl.
Is your brother watching? Or who's watching?
My friend Paisley was watching earlier. That's who you see in the chat, that chat. Yeah, opinions. Good?
With the dried egg, the eggplant. I was looking at the green onions and I said dried green onions.
The eggplant's good?
It's so good.
How's the eel? The eel is in the middle. There's also a little bit left if you would like some more to top off. Because lunch tomorrow is covered by my company, so I do not need lunch tomorrow. We're living in a great world, a slightly privileged world. Okay, that is it. That is my review from my roommate too. So thank you much for watching. It was a very brief, a little quick kind of video stream, but I just wanted to keep up the consistency, even though I, you know, like I'm kind of on a deadline. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And next week, we'll try to make something that I haven't made before. No guarantees, because we just make whatever happens to be in my freezer that I want to eat. So thank you. Bye.